already we had covered about poriferans and the coelentrates. Okay, so now we will focus on ctenophora, which is also having the tissue level of organization, as you have seen in the coelentrate as well. Alright, no tissue, no organ and no organ system, only tissue level of organization is there. So these are some of the members of the phylum Ctenophora, and they are Pleurobrachia, Nemiopsis and Biro. Okay, so these are the few members of this phylum Ctenophora, also known as comb jellies as well as sea walnut and sea gooseberries. So here are the general characteristic feature of the phylum Ctenophora. All the Ctenophora are marines. So members of the ctenophores are marine. You will not find them in fresh water like in lake or in rivers. So they are totally marine. They are solitary, means they live independent, and they are pelagic. They are found deep inside the oceans, around 3000 meter deep. You will find this animal, that is Ctenophora. Okay. Then they are transparent. Okay, from the figure also you can conclude that they are transparent, that light can pass through them, and they have a tissue level of organization and have radial symmetry. In the coelentrate also you have seen that they have radial symmetry, as well as in the upcoming lesson I will tell you that in the adult echinodermata also radial symmetry is present. They are acoelomate animals, means coelom is not there. As you know that if mesoderm layer is there, that mesoderm is only responsible for the formation of coelom, and in such animals only two body wall are there, means two germ layers are there, ectoderm and the endoderm. Alright, so they are diploblastic animals, so no mesoderm layer is there. Instead there is a gelatinous layer that is known as mesoglia. And some important thing about the mesoglia is that here some smooth small muscle cells are there, okay, in this layer. So you can see that in a sequence the evolution is going on. Alright, in the next phylum, that is Platyhelminthes, you will find that mesoderm layer is there. Alright, so their body is non-segmented and nematocyst cells are absent. As you have seen in the coelentrata, nematocyst or nidoblast cells are there, which they fire to paralyze the prey. Alright, so such cells are absent in Ctenophora. Next important is that they have special adhesive cells called coloblast. Focus on whatever is written in green. Alright, so they have a special adhesive cells called coloblast, and they are present in all ctenophores. I'll show you how they look. Let's see here in this, that these are the tentacles. Two tentacles are there. In the tentacles you will find coloblast cells. Okay, so these are the cells. If you cut the section, you will find such arrangements of the coloblast cells, also known as lasso-cells. Alright, and this is the head of the coloblast cell, which is adhesive. Okay, here adhesive spherules and also known as papillae are present, which gets stick to the body of the animal. Alright, so these are the coloblast cells. So this is the characteristic feature of the Ctenophora. Alright, now gastrovascular system is very well developed. Alright, so digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. So in the gastrovascular cavity, some of the digestion takes place, and then in the cells also this digestion takes place. So both extracellular and intracellular digestion is there. And as I told you that gastrovascular system is very well developed. See here. So this is the mouth opening. Okay, and there is a pharynx. A pipe is there. Then there is a chamber that is known as stomach, which is equivalent to the stomach. So that is also known as stomach. And these are the anal pore here. Okay, in the aboral side you will find anal pores. So a proper digestive system you can see over here. Not we can say proper, but most of the organs are there in the digestive system. Okay, two anal openings you have seen that at the aboral end. Here two anal pores are there. Skeletal system is absent, and excretion and respiration are carried out by the diffusion from their body surface. They respire and excrete out their waste. Then the nervous system is in the form of nerve net. Cephalotization is not there, means head formation is not there. Only the nervous system is in the form of net is present. On the aboral end you will see organ that is known as statocyst. Okay, a sense organ. And so here at the arboreal end you will found this sense organ statocyst. All right, and you know that statocyst helps in balancing them. So means they float in the water, so they need a balance. So this statocyst, a sense organ, is present that helps in balancing. Then cilia are present for locomotion. It is important you know that these are the largest animal which move with the help of cilia. Cilia are present in paramecium also, but you know that paramecium is a small organism, but ctenophorans are the large organisms, and we found that their size varies from few millimeter to 1.5 meter. Means some of them are the height of the human beings also, 4 feet 11 meter. Alright, then they are hermaphrodites. Both the sex organs are present on the same body. Okay, male and female, both the organs are present on the same body. So such organisms are called hermaphrodites. Then reproduction by sexual means asexual reproduction is absent in these animals. Okay, the gonads are developed in the meridional canals. See, these are the meridional canals, and here these sex organs are there which produce ova and the sperms, and these ova and the sperms are discharged into the canal, which are finally escape out by the mouth. Okay, and fertilization takes place externally. All right, so fertilization is external. Then development is indirect. Why it is indirect? Because here a larva stage is there, that is the stridipid larva. Okay, so development is indirect, not direct. The surface bear 8 equidistant bands or swimming plates. Okay, and these swimming plates bear comb-like structure called teins, and from here the name of this phylum is originated, that is Ctenophora. Okay, so observe these plates. So these are the plates which helps in swimming, and these plates bear comb-like structures. They are known as teins. Alright, so like the comb is there in which these arrangement is there, and such arrangement you will found here also. So these are the comb plates in which cilia are present which resemble like a comb. Okay, so this is an important feature of this phylum. Then another important feature is the bioluminescence. Okay, what is bioluminescence? It is a property of a living organism to emit light. Alright, see here you can see these are the organisms which emit light, and you know that this light is a cool light, not a hot light. This is a cool light. And why they emit this light? Because here photoproteins are present which gets oxidized and then they emit light. Okay, due to the photoprotein which are present in the comb plates. Then Ctenophora are the predators. Okay, so they are carnivorous. They eat small larvae to the adult small crustaceans. Alright, so they are the predators. Here you can easily observe that these are the tentacles, and these are the plates which contains teins. 4 you can see this side and 4 on the back side. So total 8 plates are there, and which bears teins or which bears cilia on it. Then this is the mouth, this is the pharynx, and here stomach is there, and there are the 2 anal pores at the arboreal side. Now if you talk about the classification of Ctenophora, there are 2 classes. One is Tenaculata and the other one is the Nuda. Now see what is the difference between them. Here in the Tenaculata you will find that their body is simple, rounded or oval or ribbon like. As you have seen in the Pleurobrachia that it is oval in shape. Okay, so this belongs to the class Tenaculata, whereas Beroe belong to the Beroe class. Okay, then 2 long arboreal tentacles are present, and mouth is narrow and pharynx is small. Okay, tentacles are present but mouth is narrow and pharynx is small, and in the Nuda class you will find that tentacles are absent and mouth is wide and pharynx is large. Alright, so this is the basic difference between these 2 classes, and the examples are Hermifora, which is known as sea walnut, Pyrobachia, also known as sea gooseberry, Tinoplana, and Cestum, also known as the Venus girdle. So these all are the members of the class Tenaculata. Okay, and the neuter example is Biro. Now here are some of the unique features which belong to the phylum Ctenophora. Comb-like ciliary plates for swimming. Okay, comb-like plates are present which help in swimming. Then special adhesive cells known as coloblasts are present. They helps to capture the prey. Then mesoglia you have seen in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. A gelatinous layer, that is mesoglia, is there which contains amebocyte cells as well as the smooth muscle cells. Then two anal pores. I have shown you that two anal pores are present. So these are the important features of this phylum Ctenophora.